Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and catch the bus. Text and miss your stop.
Wait.
Text and be late to work.
Sorry, I'm late.
Text and work. Text and pretend to work. Text and act surprised when someone calls you out for not working.
Who, me?
Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep?
Ow.
Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Good evening and welcome to this special presentation of AACS 15 Sports, also simulcasting on 1320 WARA Radio and WARAradio.com. Tonight, consolation round football as the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers host the Weymouth Wildcats. They send their captains out to the field, Isaiah Miranda, Spencer Shirk, and unfortunately Anthony Salviati out of uniform. Bad hip injury. Rumor has it he will be back for Thanksgiving Day. I'm Paul Healy along with Paulo Salguero. Am I pronouncing that anywhere near to correctly, Paulo?
You're right on the money, Paul.
Peter Bray's on camera now. Austin Ricketts will be filling in. Then Peter Bray goes to graphics, and then Jim Jones moves to engineer in charge. Speaking of changes in the lineup, for those who follow the Bombardiers all year, you know that Jackson Huntington started the year wearing number 14. He was a backup quarterback, tight end, and linebacker. Suddenly he found himself at offensive right tackle, so he changed his jersey number from 14 to 52. Paulo, he's back to 14.
There you go.
As he will be back to a tight end in the lineup. The right tackle is going to be Jaden Tatro, the right guard Fitzgerald, the center Isaiah Miranda, one of their captains, the right guard Dan Haste, the left guard Dan Haste. I'm deep, I'm perceptive, I see things. And the left tackle, number 69, David Raindeau. Paulo, were you looking at the field while I was looking at my program?
I was, yeah.
What happened?
They had a coin toss, and they picked whether they wanted to receive or kick.
So you don't know either.
Yeah, I would say so.
The teams seem to be excited. Both teams come in with a record of 4-5. Blue Bombardiers have done great against non-league competition, had trouble against the iron of the Kelly Rex division, but every opponent in the Kelly Rex, with the exception of Taunton, is rated in the top 15 of both the Globe and the Herald. Weymouth out of the Bay State Herget division, their first round playoff game was against Franklin, ranked number 1 in Division 1, and Weymouth gave Franklin all they could handle, but kept turning the ball over once they got inside the 15-yard line. Franklin pulled away for a 33-6 win, I guess, but it was a lot closer than that. And, of course, Attleboro, with a slew of injuries, went up to Danvers and faced the great St. John's prep team from the Catholic Conference and were whacked last week. So tonight is a chance for both these teams to get back on track before their big Thanksgiving Day games. Attleboro against North Attleboro, of course. Weymouth, the Wildcats against the Walpole. Oh, wait, they're not the Rebels anymore. What are they now, the Wolves or something?
I don't want you to get any more trouble in calling teams where you're not supposed
to. Yes, last week KP against the Westford Academy Gray Ghosts, which you can't say gray anymore. This should be a good competitive game back and forth. Weymouth will kick off left to right. It is a beautiful November evening. The wind is at the Wildcats' back. Laco is back to receive for the Bombardiers. And I believe that's Mr. Pantages as well. Kickoff left to right by number 6, Anthony Delgado. Laco hands off to Pantages. Pantages has a hole coming up the left. Taken down at his own 40-yard line. Nice tackle, number 59 for the Wildcats. Dylan Adams, a two-way starter on the line. That's a great way to start, huh, Paulo?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and we're under the lights on a Thursday, 59 degrees. If this doesn't get you fired up, man, I really don't know what does.
He returned that from his own 10 out to exactly the 40-yard line. So the Blue Bombardiers start first and 10, their own 40 here in the first quarter, moving right to left. Matt Harvey, the junior quarterback. Adrian Rivera, who's been banged up as the running back, motion right, takes a long lateral, gets to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be taken down. I believe in that tackle is number 24, Michael Mastrocola. If you can't find him on your program, that's because he's listed as number 52 on your program. But Michael Mastrocola, he's going to be carrying the ball now, so they had to give him a running back's number. Swing pass, gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Oh, actually, that was a run, right? I thought that was
a pass.
That was a pass,
yeah,
okay.
Swing to the right.
Thought that might have been a lateral. So we'll give +4. 2nd down, 6 yards to go, Bombardiers, their own 44. Paulo, you don't have your sport coat today.
Well, you want to do...
Yep, there's a shuttle pass to McKenna from the right slot position, gets to the left edge, screams down the sideline into the end zone. 44-yard touchdown for Brody McKenna. The right wing on that shotgun version of the wing T. And just like that, the Bombardiers have a 6-0 lead.
Welcome to Attleboro.
And that also goes as a pass. And Brody McKenna, he does have one interception return for a touchdown on the season. Where are my Attleboro stats? The wind blew it down here. So for Brody, that's just his second touchdown of the year, first on offense. lining up for the PAT. Number 36 taking over the kicking duties because Salviati and Salguero both hurt. No good on the kick. Bombardiers 6, Weymouth Wildcats nothing. We'll be right back.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports and WARA Radio. Paul Healy and Paulo Seguero with you. A 44-yard touchdown pass because it's a shuttle pass. So technically, Matt Harvey, 2 passes on that opening drive, although I'm still arguing with Paulo. I thought that first play was a lateral.
Hey, we could call it a lateral.
But it doesn't matter. For the Bombardiers, a 2-play, 60-yard drive. Wait a minute, the touchdown was 66 yards. 56 yards, excuse me. So the McKenna touchdown, 56 yards. PAT was no good, 6-0 Bombardiers. They try a pooch kick that goes out of bounds on the left sidelines. The Wildcats will begin at their own 22-yard line. Well, that's a heck of a start for the team in blue, Paulo.
Hey, 2 plays like that, it's going to be a great game. It's going to be Attleboro came here to play. I like a fast offense. I like hard-hitting defense. So, and Attleboro came out on fire. So let's keep it. Let's see if they keep it going.
Didn't have time to give you the Attleboro offensive line, which has some new members for the Weymouth Wildcats. I guess there must have been a penalty there. They're going to start at their own 35. First and 10. Oh, no, it was a pooch kick. Sorry. First and 10. Their offensive line left to right, number 65, Murphy, number 72, Rydor. The center is Ciascio. The right guard, Adams. The right tackle, Ahern. There's an inside handoff to the right halfback running left. That's number 3, Cam Fernandez, a slot back, taken down for a short loss. Ethan Lako in there along with number 11, Brody McKenna, and Aiden Hawkwater. And yes, that's the same McKenna. Loss of 1. Number 3 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 11. That's the same McKenna who just had the 66-yard touchdown reception on the shuttle pass.
It's all about stats. You know, you got to give some passing yards out there.
2nd and 11 now, back at their own 34, the number I wore at Westboro High. The best player got number 44 at Westboro, Paulo.
Yeah?
2 of my brothers wore 44. I got 34. Same play, the left slot comes in motion right. He's hitting the backfield. Spencer Shirk, who's starting at a linebacker position today, makes the behind the line of scrimmage hit. Also in there, number 56 for the Bombardiers, Isaiah Miranda. That's a loss of 3 more. It is 3rd and 14. Was that number 3 in the carry again? No? Okay. So it's 3rd and 14. We'll say their own 31-yard line for Weymouth. Quarterback is number 12, junior Tyler Nordstrom. He's got 8 touchdown passes on the year. Bombardiers jump. And again, Paulo, a pre-snap penalty. The players know that takes about a week or 2 off the lifespan of every football coach ever born.
And it adds on a couple sprints at practice afterwards.
Let's not mention the gray hairs. So now it'll be 3rd and 9.
You know, in football, though, it's a lot of people talk about, you know, dropped passes and stuff like that. But we talk about the line of scrimmage being where games are won, but it's also these little penalties that make such a huge factor into whether a team is going to win or lose a game. So, and it just goes to speak to your discipline of that defense or offense.
Miranda and Tatro on the line of scrimmage. Defensive. Oh, Lako on a blitz from his outside striker linebacker position, although I just learned today they call it the strike linebacker, not striker. I've only been wrong all year. Striker was one of the characters in the movie Airplane, but that's another sack for Ethan Lako. And Ethan Lako is such a quick defensive player. He's caused at least 5 fumbles this year. And that was a loss of 11 yards on the sack. And in high school, that goes against the rushing statistics of the quarterback. And now Lako back to receive the punt on 4th in about 20. Ooh. And again, it's not completely dark yet. The toughest time to see a kick football. So Weymouth is going to get a big roll. If that happens later in the game when darkness fully sets in, I'll criticize Ethan, but we're going to let that one go this time.
And we've talked about it last week too. You know, special teams is so important because that's where you're setting your field position, right,
Yes.
for this. So now you're over here behind the 30 with no gain, obviously. So let's see what Attleboro comes out in now.
8:18 to go in the first quarter. 6-0 Bombardiers, 1st and 10. They are at their own 38-yard line. And we'll give you the new offensive line in just a minute. Rivera, the running back to the right, takes the handoff, runs right behind Isaiah Miranda, the center. That'll be a gain of a couple. Who's in there? Turnaround, son. I believe that was number 59 with the first hit for Weymouth, Dylan Adams. Attleboro offensive line, left tackle, filling in for Cameron Gray, is number 69, Riendo. Left guard is Dan Haste, who's outstanding, 5'9", 199. The center is Isaiah Miranda, 5'10", 273. Right guard, Fitzgerald, 6'2", 184. Right tackle is Tatro, Jaden Tatro. Rivera trying to run right. And that's a situation, Paulo, you might want to put your shoulder down and take the loss of 2. He tried to make something out of nothing, and it turned into a loss of about 8.
And look how it changes your field position now, right? We talked about being behind the 30, and now he's there at the 21.
Yep, they were at the 39. They had a 1-yard gain on first down. They're at the 21 now. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, they were at the 29-yard line. So the drive started at the 28, not the 38. And now they're back to the 21. So that was a loss of 8.
For safeties, and watch this.
Harvey is back to pass. Heavily pressured, steps up, tries to escape to the left. Taken down. Nice play by number 25 of Weymouth, outside linebacker Mike Farrow, just a sophomore, avoiding the horse collar tackle.
And that's the tough part for defenses now, right? I mean, we talk about making the game safer and whatnot, but the penalties on defense and how strict they are now, it makes it harder on the defensive player, but he did a great job there.
So Harvey, boy, that's another huge loss. He's all the way back to his 14. And now it's 4th down. So that was a loss of 7. And there's the punt. Fair catch is made by number 33 for the Wildcats, strong safety Brandon Riley, one of their captains. With 6:06 to go in the first quarter, trailing 6-0, the Wildcats will begin their second possession on Attleboro's side of the field at the 46.
Hey, you know, I think both teams are coming out here ready to play. You know, and Attleboro's offense too. I like seeing the passing done. Attleboro's not afraid to throw it downfield. So they're both playing with 2 high safeties on defense, as you know, viewers can see and listeners can know about.
Picture in their heads.
Yeah, because a 2 high safety, right? You have a cover 2 and a cover 4 out of that, which is a safe bet to play, especially when you don't have much time to prep for a team.
Yep.
So let's see, again, Attleboro, same idea. He's rolling down.
Yeah. That's McKenna, the free safety. Snap is bobbled. Ball is in the backfield. Ball comes loose, recovered by number 11. Brody McKenna. What a start Brody McKenna has had. He had the first tackle of the game on defense, had a 66-yard touchdown on offense, and then a fumble recovery on a bobbled snap. Weymouth with their gorgeous maroon helmets, a giant W on the side, white W with gold trim. Maroon and gold stripes on the shoulders, maroon numbers with gold trim, white pants. Attleboro, white helmets, royal blue jerseys, white pants. They will start 1st and 10 at the Weymouth 47. Middle screen, and that's Huntington, Jackson Huntington, back to his number 14 jersey. He switched to number 52 when he was a tackle. Now he's a tight end. That's no gain. So McKenna with the recovery. And it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Bombardiers. Again, they started, 2nd and 9, so gain of 1. 6-0 Attleboro, clock moving, approaching 5:25 to go, first quarter. So Attleboro Only one rushing attempt. The rest have been passes. 2nd and 9. Rivera trying to go right, gets to the edge, plants the outside foot, lowers his shoulder. Explosive hit with number 8, is that, or number 6? That's number 8, Jacob Tanner, the free safety. 3rd and 3. What a hit, huh?
Absolutely. I mean, and that's what I like seeing, right? The players who aren't afraid to drop their shoulder, take the hit, gain a couple extra yards. That's what makes the difference in these games, and that's what makes football special, in my opinion. Just football players. That's what separates the good players from great players.
Yeah. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. 6-0 Bombardiers. Clock still moving as we approach 4:35. Captain Isaiah Miranda out over the ball. McKenna is wide left. How many guys do you see who are starting middle linebackers on defense and wideouts on offense? In the slot is Huntington, Michael variety. Harvey tries a planned quarterback run. He is hit by 473 members of the Weymouth defense. First hit came from, I believe that's number 59, Dylan Adams, right guard on offense, defensive tackle on defense. Loss of 1, 4th and 4 at the 41 of Weymouth.
If they got 400 players, I want a flag thrown, Paul. I want too many players on the field.
I think that might have been a slight exaggeration. Big play here. Oh, Attleboro looks like they're in punt formation. So with a 6-0 lead, they're playing field position. Number 28, Michael Huntington, the sophomore, 5'11", 143. He's worked his way into the starting lineup.
Now the goal is to pin them within the 20, behind the 20. That's the goal right here.
Snap to Lako.
Let's see it.
Lako going for the right corner. Takes a tough hop. And that's going to be out of bounds at about the 24-yard line for Weymouth. So it's a punt of less than 20 yards, and the Wildcats take over 1st and 10, their own 24, 3:29 to go, first quarter.
And that's the thing about special teams. Not every single punt has to be a boot, right? You want to play that field position. You don't want it to roll into the end zone. You want it to pin it. Like I said, the goal would probably be within that 20. Yeah. But right where he is right now, it's not too bad. They still have a lot of field to cover.
Cornerbacks are Aiden Hawkwater, number 5, Aiden Ramirez. The safeties, whoops, there's a quick handoff up the middle. Again, a blitzing linebacker coming through the A-gap. Nope, came in from the outside. That's number 14, Jackson Huntington, in a defensive end / linebacker position, depending on your interpretation. That's a loss of 4. And again, Weymouth, they moved the ball against number 1 seed Franklin last week, having trouble against Attleboro.
Well, they're in Attleboro today. They're saying Franklin.
Well, Franklin's the number 1 seed. Four-yard loss for Weymouth, 2nd and 14. When I rewatch this game tonight, I'll see who it was. Quarterback's back to pass, has time, throws to the right flat, incomplete on the coverage, number 5, Aiden Ramirez, who Coach Winters calls one of the best high school cornerbacks he's ever coached. 3rd and 14 coming up. Ball is, well, just outside the 20, so we have to call it the 21. Miranda's at a defensive tackle. In now is number 54, Yaheen Calixte, just as 5'8", 245-pound sophomore. And boy, has he come on the second half of the season.
You know, for those watching on TV and want to learn a little bit about defense, seeing where the corners are lining up, whether it's press or off, will tell you.
Yeah, that's press coverage. Screen to the right, blown up by number 2, Captain Spencer Shirk on the reception. Number 22, Cameron Ayeda, their lead running back. Another negative yardage play. Nice tackle, Spencer. So that's the quarterback, number 12 to number 22. And they're all the way back to the 17. So that was a loss of 4. Another punting situation on 4th and 18. Off the side of the punter's foot, that was number 6 punting, Andrew Delgado. Gets a good Weymouth roll. Bombardiers will take over at about the Weymouth 40-yard line. Clock stops with 2:01 to go. First quarter, 6-0 Bombardiers. 39-yard line, Paulo.
Yeah, like I was saying, for viewers watching who want to learn a little about football, when reading a defense, basically what a quarterback wants to do is look at his safeties first. The safeties tell you the coverage once you snap the ball, right? So depending on how they roll out, if it's a cover 2, basically they're splitting the field.
Yep.
Cover 4, it's quarters. So your corner and your 2 safeties cover a quarter of the field apiece.
So in the exchange of punts, Attleboro moved from the 41 to the 39, so they gained 2 yards on that, Paulo. Harvey back to pass over the middle. Ramirez is wide open in the middle of the zone coverage. And a completion from their 39-yard line of the Wildcats to the 12. Wow. So that's 27 yards. Harvey to Ramirez. 1st and 10 at the 12 of Weymouth. Weymouth has Rydor, Ahern, and Adams. They usually play a 3-man front along with 4 linebackers. Huntington, the Jackson variety, is the tight slot. Right slot comes in motion left. Rivera runs behind McKenna as the slot acts like a pulling guard, bounces off the tackle intent of the cornerback, spins into the end zone. 12-yard touchdown run for Adrian Rivera, his 4th touchdown of the year.
What's so important for that too, Paul, for people watching and listening, is following your blocks, right? As a running back, that's one of the important things that you always want to teach your running backs is to follow your blocks. Even though they're in a hurry, they want to rush, you have to follow that, and that's what he did really well there.
Rivera, 147 pounds, toughest. Attleboro will now go for 2 as they miss the extra point. Here comes the old-fashioned Syracuse T offense. This is the offense I ran when I was quarterback for the Red Devils in 8th grade.
Back in my day.
Yes, yes, there it is. T backfield, 2 tight ends. Running to the left is Lako. He will be denied. Initial hit. You can stop now, boys. The whistle blew. Initial hit by number 25 for Weymouth, Mike Farrow, but he had lots of help. That's the 2 tight end T formation offense right out of the 1930s. 12-0 Bombardiers, 1:19 to go, 1st quarter. Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296. CS 15 Sports, Paul Healy, Paulo Salguero with you. Jim Jones in the truck, Peter Bray, Austin Ricketts, line drive, base hit, kick by number 40, the sophomore, McFarland. Coming up the left sideline, breaking some tackles, getting some room into Attleboro territory, forced out of bounds at about the Attleboro 35. Spencer Shirk with a touchdown-saving tackle. And who is the back? I believe that's number 3 on the return, Paulo, Cam Fernandez.
And the thing about
There you go.
the thing about special teams too that Attleboro just did there, that you mentioned it, that touchdown saving, right? It's pursuit, it's hustling to the ball, it's not giving up on that play, and that's what Attleboro did right there on special teams. So it's great to see that hustle still there, even while on a kickoff sometimes it can slip. So
Yeah. 1:09 to go in the quarter. Weymouth trailing 12-0, but a big momentum play as they'll go right up the middle with number 24. Avoids McKenna's tackle on the A-gap blitz. Moves from the 40 to about the 35. Calixte in on the tackle, and again, that was 24. Michael Mastrocola, the senior, had to change his jersey number from 51 to 24 when they realized he could run with the ball.
and that's honestly, sometimes you just find that out mid-season and towards the end of the season, right?
Yep. 5-yard gain there. 2nd and 5 at the Attleboro 35. Wideouts each way. Tight end is to the right. Again, they give to Mastrocola. Hit in the backfield by Lako. And McKenna gets in there as well. This is my big brother Michael on the phone, calling from Colorado. Paulo, we used to have your job. Mike, the game started at 6 tonight, not 7, so I got to hang up the phone. What? WARAradio.com. Say it again. All right, Michael, try the double. If you want to watch it, go to your computer, type in double ACS YouTube channel. The word double ACS YouTube channel. Attleboro leads 12-0. It is 2nd and 10 yards to go for Weymouth. They're at their own 40-yard line. That will end the first quarter. So I can talk to you now, Mike. Hold on. We'll be right back.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Well, that was professional, wasn't it?
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement.
Apologies to Bristol Glass. We're back. Trying to run up the middle is Weymouth behind their line of Murphy, Rydor, Ciascio, Adams, and Ahern. That was again number 24 on the carry, Mastrocola, and he gained about 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 6. That's number 24. 4 yards, 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Weymouth now traveling right to left. They're at the Attleboro 36-yard line. And that was Big Brother Mike calling in, trying to find how to get the game online. How could he not know? 2 tight ends, triple I offense as they sweep to the right with number 33 this time. That's Captain Brandon Riley, the strong safety on defense. He might have the first down. Attleboro, when they used that last year under Mike Strackenpollo, they called that the tank formation. 2 tight end, triple I. First down. So 33 on the carry there. We're going to give him 6 yards to the 30.
Right now I'm looking for a big defensive play. I want to see a pick, an interception, a sack. Let's see if we can get another fumble.
I have higher, loftier goals, folks. I want world peace.
That can come afterwards.
Okay.
I'm not saying.
They stick with a triple I offense, but this time Brody McKenna comes through the A gap, makes the initial hit. Also in there, number 13, Nathan Lally, a junior, new to the starting lineup. That's a loss of 2 yards. So it'll be 2nd down, 12 yards to go for Weymouth, back to their own 32 now. Excuse me, the Attleboro 32. I know what I'm looking at, honest. Tatro running the defensive line. Miranda is there. Fitzgerald is there. And Huntington Jackson back to his number 14 jersey. Looks like a defensive end. Technically, he's a linebacker. Weymouth has trips to the right now. That's basically the short side of the field. Center right slot in motion left. Quarterback rolls left. The righty steps up and throws. Little bit high. Incomplete to number 8, Jacob Tanner. On the coverage, number 33, Hayden Desper, playing strong safety Rover, another newbie to the starting lineup with the injury to Anthony Salviati, who hopes to be back Thanksgiving Day from that hip injury. 3rd and 12. Well, that's going to feel good. New starter in the defensive backfield. Make the play in the first ball thrown in your area.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, we've talked about this before too, Paul. The whole thing about football is they're trying to find that mix match, right? That's the whole time. That's the whole thing the quarterback's trying to find. See the coverage, find the mix match, and expose it. So let's see if Weymouth can do that coming in now.
Yep. Twins each way, running back to the left of the quarterback Nordstrom. Back to pass. Has time. Brilliant one-hand catch of the slant pass. Tackle made by number 13, Lally. This is going to be 4th and short. Nice catch by number 8, Jacob Tanner. Did we mention he speared it with one hand?
And right in the middle, too.
Oh, that was number 6, excuse me, Andrew Delgado. Go ahead.
And that's the thing, too. Going across the middle, and you know, Paul, going across the middle in football is one of the tougher things to do as a wide receiver. And I think he did a great job there, especially coming in one-handed, making that play for Weymouth.
And nice tackle by Lally. 4th and 1 for Weymouth. They're at the Bombardier 21-yard line. Huge play. Trips to the right.
Watch the left side.
One-on-one coverage. Henderson is wide left. Quarterback sneak on touch right up the middle. Or did he hand that off? In on the tackle, number 65, Tatro. That's going to be enough for a first down for Weymouth, though, I believe. Was that just a sneak, Paulo?
It was, yeah.
Okay.
And I thought, me looking at it, I thought he would have went to the left side. He had that one-on-one matchup, but being 4th and 1, he probably just wanted to play a little bit more conservative and take that.
My big brother Mike's favorite short yardage play, sneak on touch.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Silent snap, yeah.
But before the defense is even set. So 1st and 10, Weymouth. We're going to call it the 20 of Attleboro. They're just inside the 20. Again, wide left is Henderson. And Attleboro with press coverage with Ramirez. That's how good they think he is. Stop and go down the right, just overthrown. Open was number 84, Liam Connolly, a senior. Miscommunication between the quarterback, Nordstrom, and Liam. 2nd and 10. Missed it by that much.
And it's that much is the difference between a touchdown and saying at 0. So
Calliste is in at defensive tackle again, the sophomore. 5'8", 245. Weymouth, a very young squad as well.
What do you like, Paul? You want to air it out again on 2nd and 10?
They have 2 backs, maybe a screen pass. No, a draw up the middle. Another tackle for middle linebacker Brody McKenna, and I'm sure Weymouth is going to be talking at halftime about how to get some of their guards' helmets into the chest of Brody McKenna. That's a gain of 1 for number 2, I believe. No, that wasn't 2 on the carry. So 3rd down and 9. That was number 24 on the carry on that last play. And 24, of course, is Mastrocola. 3rd and 9, trips to the left. They fake the short pass left, then throw a slant. Nice catch by Dante Torglione against the press coverage of Ramirez. Not going to be enough for a first down on the slant pass, Paulo.
You know, the thing about playing offense on
incomplete. I'm sorry. It was incomplete because of the great defense. Go ahead.
The thing about playing the offense this close in the red zone, what we used to call it QB homeland, was that space right there from the bottom of the number to the sideline.
Yeah.
That's kind of where you want to, if you're going to throw, you want to hit it there on the outside shoulder because you don't want to risk, defense making a big play on the inside. So let's see what Weymouth decides here.
And that was Ramirez stripping the ball for the receiver, turning that completion to incomplete. Lako blitzing from the outside. Shirk blitzing from the outside. Crashing into Nordstrom's ribs as he threw that ball incomplete. As that's Spencer Shirk doing his Ethan Lako impression. Flying in off the edge. Turnover on downs.
I mean, Attleboro came to play football. We see that offensively. We're seeing it on the defensive side. They're making those sacks, forcing fumbles, making the big plays, and scoring on offense. So they definitely came here to play, and we're in store for a good one.
Shirk, one of the captains, started the year as a defensive back, now playing outside linebacker. He's also going to be a captain on the lacrosse team this spring. Attleboro 1st and 10. Is that to 17 or 18? We're going to call it the 18. Here's number 8, Cole McKenna. And again, he's the right slot, takes that shuttle pass. He's still at his feet, driving the pile. That looked to be a gain of 3 or 4. He went from his own 18-yard line near the 30 to the 31. That's a 13-yard gain. Cole McKenna. Cole, the lacrosse player, Brody, the baseball player. You know how I keep that straight, Paulo?
How's that?
Brody begins with B. So does baseball. I'm deep, I'm perceptive, I see things. Ramirez is wide right, has a man in the slot as well. Guards are pulling for Rivera running up the middle. And who is that linebacker? The guard pulled and the linebacker filled the vacant spot. Get up there, son.
And in football, for those watching, usually on offensive, when a guard is pulling, that's where the ball's going.
Yeah.
So as a linebacker, you always want to teach your men, or females play too nowadays. You always want to teach them. That's your key, right? When you're lining up as a backer, you're watching your guards to see what they're doing.
My apologies. Actually, I think that might have been 59 again, the defensive end with that tackle, Dylan Adams. So he filled the gap. 2nd and 7. Rivera still got 3 yards out of it, though. Harvey back to pass, wants to go deep into the wind. Oh, what a catch by Ramirez! At the 30-yard line. That was with the wind, not into it, but a bullet pass by Matt Harvey. Oh.
And that's the trips right. All 3 deep routes, one cutting into the middle of the field. So.
Wow. So for their own 31 to the plus 30, so that's 20 plus 19, 39 yards on the reception, and that was a bullet by Harvey. If you might remember the Jason Weir touchdown pass early against North Attleboro a couple Thanksgivings ago. Very similar pattern and bullet throw. 1st and 10, Bombardiers. Again, they give to Rivera. The left back tries to get to the right edge. Held up, but breaks that tackle. Taken down from behind by number 24, Michael Mastrocola, who came to play football. But that looked like a loss of 2. And Adrian Rivera turns it into an 11-yard gain. Wow. Rats. Attleboro is at the 20-yard line, so I guess a 10-yard gain. But Paulo already put 11 in the stats, so.
I like to round up.
Running back is to the left of Harvey. Trips left, the wide side. Pantages the slot, breaks outside. Great tackle by Dante Torglione. That'll be a gain of 1. Aiden tried to get up and keep running, but in football, see, once they tackle you, see, that means you're down. I think Aiden thought that his body never touched the ground. He rolled on top of the tackler.
I always try to get a couple extra ones,
That's a loss of 4. So nice play by number 2. Excuse me. Oh, that's Aiden Henderson in the tackle, the senior, excuse me. So minus 4. Whoops, wrong color pen. 2nd down, 14 yards to go. Now at the, just a loss of 1, I apologize. So they're at the 21-yard line, 2nd and 11. Harvey back to pass, fakes to the middle, now goes outside. Cole McKenna is there. Great throw by Harvey, great catch by McKenna, but you know who gets credit for that touchdown? The offensive line, giving Harvey the time to pump fake and comfortably throw to Cole McKenna. 21-yard touchdown, 18-zip. Wow.
And the great thing about football, and you just touched upon it, Paul, it really is a team sport, right? If that offensive line doesn't do their job, that play doesn't happen. Let's see if we're going to try and kick it again.
Rindo, Haste, Miranda, Fitzgerald, and Tatro returning to the right tackle position gave Harvey all the time he needed. Long snap, hold, Hawkwater. Kick is by, off the post. Actually left upright. So who's the new kicker from Salguero? That's number 36 kicking for the Bombardiers, Nicholas Fernandez. 18-0 Bombardiers. We'll be right back.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports, 1320 WARA Radio. Paul Healy along with Paulo Seguero. Peter Bray, Austin Ricketts, Jim Jones on the crew. Sophomore kicker, again a line drive base hit into the gap in left center. Fielded at his own 18-yard line is Torglione. Nice move up the right sideline. So Weymouth, and I apologize, Shirk in on the special teams tackle. Boy, did Spencer come to play today, number 2 in the blue.
And, you know, for viewers watching, a kickoff, it's all about lanes. You want to stay in your lane. You have the responsibility. You want to pinch. If you're watching it, you basically want to run down and pinch because you're trying to force everything inside the field. So as you're watching players, you're going to see them push outside and then back in because they don't want any outside run. That's what you try to prevent, at least, on special teams.
That return from about their own 14 to their own 34. So that was a 20-yard kickoff return by Torglione. And I keep confusing number 1, Torglione, with number 2, Aiden Henderson. My apologies. Oh, and there's an injured player down. And we'll be right back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
The return went up the right sideline. The injured player, who we can't identify, was on the opposite sideline. Paulo and I missed the hit. The Weymouth trainers are working on the player now, and we'll be back in a few moments, hopefully with a little more information. 18-0 Attleboro, 4:16 to go, first half.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep?
Ow.
Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Well, after a long delay, it was good to see Aiden Hawkwater bounce up. He's a wide receiver on offense, starting cornerback on defense, catcher in baseball. So we didn't see what happened. Hopefully Aiden will be okay. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, trailing by 18 at their own 34-yard line. For those who know Hockomock League football, the coaches, Brian Lee and all the boys at King Philip, they're all old Walpole guys. For the Weymouth coaching staff, they're all old Abington guys.
Oh, okay.
We'll get to that in a second. The head coach and the 2 coordinators. A flea flicker in the backfield. Ethan Lako, an incredibly instinctive player from the blitz on the outside, blows it up. That's a loss of about 873 yards. Slight exaggeration again?
Absolutely not, and that's what I would say, a big defensive play. The ones I was looking for, that's what we need, that's what we're talking about. Both sides, all 3 sides of the ball, Attleboro's playing well. Offensively, defensively, and on special teams. They seem to be executing it correctly. So
that's a 11-yard, well, we'll call it a 10-yard loss, I guess. Number 2 on the carry, Henderson. And the tackle by Lako, and when he comes screaming off the edge, wow. And yeah, forward progress, so just a 10. It is 2nd down and 20, if you want to call it 21, fine. Again, the Bombardiers blitz, throw to the outside. Nordstrom had to throw that much sooner than he wanted to. Fitzgerald was in his face on the pass defense. Number 13, Nathan Lally, new to the starting lineup, doing well.
And you've said it before, Paul, the line of scrimmage is where the games are won and lost.
Yep.
Just like that, right? If a team doesn't have that offensive line given the time to the quarterback, he's not gonna have time to set that feet, plant that foot, and make that throw as nice as he would want.
In their 5th year at Weymouth, T.J. Burns, the head coach, played at Abington High School and Springfield College, where all of our coaches at Westboro High came from back in the day. Offensive coordinator is Jason Brown, who also played at Abington. Defensive coordinator Mike Bruning will give you aggressive rush. It's going to be another sack. That's 22 in the blue again. Ethan Lako with another sack. Wow. They have not been able to block him off the edge.
That's a minus 800.
Yeah, right. Line of scrimmage was the 24. Now they're back at the 15. That's 9 more, a loss of 9 more. So minus 10 and minus 9 on the 2 Lako sacks. Wow, so that goes against the quarterback, sadly. Actually, the first one wasn't a sack. It was a reverse that Lako read.
Yep.
Short punt. The defensive coordinator for Weymouth is Mike Bruning, who was very generous with his time with me before the game to give me the starting lineups. He played at Abington High School and then Plymouth State. My brother John played at UMass, the team that's considered the second best ever in the history of UMass, 1972, beat BC, beat UCal Davis in the Boardwalk Bowl, went 9-2 that year. The 2 games they lost, John didn't play in. His best friend, St. Ange, was on the defense as well. His son went on to be a quarterback at Salve Regina. We'll get to that story in a second. 1st and 10, Bombardiers, the 40-yard line. They roll right, then bubble screen left. Cole McKenna breaks a bunch of tackles from the left sideline to the right. Finally taken down initially by Mastrocola, who came to play for Weymouth. Cole ran about 87 yards, gained about 8. So anyway, gained 9 yards. That's Harvey to McKenna. Original line of scrimmage was the 41 of Weymouth. So my brother John's friend, Paul St. Ange, his son is at Salve Regina, last game of the year. And he's 142 yards away from breaking the Salve Regina record for yards thrown in a season. Mike Bruning, defense coordinator for Weymouth, their Plymouth State team sacked him 9 times, and he never got the record. Rats. Running up the middle, I was too busy telling a stupid Paul Healy story. That's Rivera running behind. Riendo, Haste, Miranda, Fitzgerald, and Tatro, first down. So the pass to McKenna was a 9-yard pass. On the 2nd and 1, Rivera went from the 32 to the 25. So that's a gain of 7. 1st and 10. They fake to Rivera. Harvey runs up the middle, and get up, son. Guess who wasn't fooled by that? That was number 59 again. We've called that name a bunch. That was Dylan Adams, the senior, knocking Harvey down, helping him up, and I assume saying, let's play more football.
And we're at 46 seconds coming down. No worries. And we'll probably maybe one more play.
No gain here, and the halftime clock is running. 18-0 Bombardiers. Should have been more aware of that. About 35 seconds left now. 59 in the white has played very well, and I love the sportsmanship there. Twins to the right, that's the short side. Harvey has to roll right. Lofts it away. Incomplete, 20 seconds to go. It'll now be 3rd and 10 for the Bombardiers. And they're at the 25-yard line.
It's tough when you're having your receivers in double coverage. Obviously, Weymouth's probably expecting pass because Admiral's been doing it all day. It's just tough. You can't. It's not safe to throw into double coverage, even as a pro.
Farrow and where is it there? Aita, the outside linebackers. Stevenson and Mastrocola, the inside linebackers for Weymouth. Twins both way. They throw to Ramirez out wide. Catches it, fights towards first down yardage, and he's got it on 3rd and 9. Ball was on the right hash mark. Harvey throws to Ramirez out there on the left. Adrian broke a couple of tackles, first down. Just 14 seconds to go in the half. Timeout, Attleboro will keep it right here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14 or 13? 13-yard line of Weymouth. Well, Paulo, the Bombardiers look a little better this week than they did
Yeah, absolutely. And going into the half, what this tells us right now, right? Calling a timeout with 14 seconds, they're going for a score.
Yeah.
You want to try and score right now. Going into the half, not only does it put you in a better position, but it's also bumps that team morale going into the locker room.
12, yep.
So let's see if they're going to go for another score here.
Wasn't that nice of me to let you actually finish the sentence? Sorry. 12-yard gain on the pass from Harvey, the junior quarterback, to Aiden Ramirez.
If they throw, watch the sidelines if they throw.
They're on the left hash mark going left to right, twins to the right. McKenna in the slot, Brody in. Oh, Brody runs a post corner, leaps amidst double coverage, knocked away. And I believe that was number 42 on the coverage, cornerback Ryan McCarthy, basically ripping that ball out of Brody McKenna's hands.
Second down, 10 yards to go. 7 seconds remain in the first half.
With 7 seconds left, and you're on second down.
Oh, go ahead.
I just say they're still going to go for another play here. I don't see them trying to run. I would think they're trying to get for another score with the time stopped.
My brother Mike has a story about playing against Jim Kelleher, the man who coached all of the Weymouth players. The Weymouth coaches.
There it is.
Post over the middle. First touchdown pass of the year to Jackson Huntington. Started the year as a quarterback, went to tight end, went to right tackle. He's back to tight end. Touchdown Bombardiers, 24-0. Last play of the half. He was a slot on the right. Harvey threw a bullet. And Weymouth coaches, please keep watching. I've got a story about you, a story for you about my big brother Mike playing against your high school coach, Jim Kelleher, when Kelleher was at UMass and Mike was at URI. But touchdown for Attleboro, 13 yards to Jason Huntington.
And let's see if we get a kick here. It's good.
And it's good. The PAT is good by number 36, Nick Fernandez. 25-0 Bombardiers as the half ends. Paulo, I want your comments, and then I got to tell a story that the Weymouth fans will find interesting.
You know, I'm just really excited to see Attleboro play. You know, on all three sides of the ball, offense, defense, and special teams, watching them throw the ball. They're exposing that coverage. And defensively, it's big plays. It's forced fumbles, it's sacks, it's tackles for losses. That's what makes a huge difference in football. So I'm glad to see Attleboro having everything in line. And then Weymouth going into the locker room down by 25. I think they're going to probably make some defensive adjustments. Probably playing more off the ball, not that man coverage, not that press. So it'll be interesting to see how they come back and adjust for Attleboro.
We mentioned that the head coach, T.J. Byrne, the offensive coordinator, Jason Brown, the defense coordinator, Mike Bruning, all played at Abington High School. Jim Kelleher, the longtime head coach. Big brother Michael, who was a starter at URI for 3 years, 67, 68, 69, captain in 69, writes, I played against Jim Kelleher of UMass and the longtime Abington head coach, still doing a great job 55 years later. We met in 1967, homecoming at UMass. Jim Landry was the UMass quarterback. Went on to quarterback for the Detroit Lions for about a decade. We lost a 28-24 heartbreaker. I'm not sure, but I think John's freshman quarterback was Fred Kelleher, Jim's younger brother when John was at UMass. And Mike was too humble to put it in there. He was the ECAC defensive underclassman defensive player of the week in that game where they lost to Kelleher, Landry, and UMass. It is 25-0 at the half. Attleboro leads Weymouth. We'll be back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Mike, we got to play a couple more commercials, but Paulo played at Anna Maria. Yes, he played with your buddy Vinny from UMass. We got to play a few more spots, then we'll have Paulo tell that story. We'll be right back.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688. W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296. Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
I have to turn the microphone on first, then they can hear us, Paulo. I'm deep, I'm perceptive, I see things. Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Boy, is it a small world. We were explaining that all of the Weymouth coaches played at Abington High School under Jim Kelleher, who my brother Michael, who Paulo is stepping in for as our color commentator, who my brother Michael played against. Mike was a sophomore in '67. Kelleher was on the team with Landry, who's the quarterback, who went on to quarterback the Detroit Lions. Kelleher was a senior. They played against each other. And then we learned Paulo played at Anna Maria, and your head coach was?
Coach Vincent Sinagra.
My brother Michael coached Vinny at URI.
Small world, huh?
Yeah. He coached, Mike was a big coach on the freshman team. Vinny was a 230-pound tackle. Then Mike did some time in the service, came back, and Vinny was a 275-pound senior. Wow. Oh, Greg Landry, not Jim Landry. There we go. Greg Landry was the quarterback for UMass that season. That's right.
That's awesome.
First quarterback selected in the 1968 draft by the Detroit Lions, had at least a 10-year career.
Wow.
And again, I think Mike had 18 tackles that game. No, that's not. 14 tackles that game. Was the ECAC Underclassman Defensive Player of the Week. They ran the other way the entire fourth quarter and beat UMass. I saw Vinny at our URI alumni golf tournament.
Oh, no kidding.
He played defensive tackle at 245 as a freshman, up to 270 as a senior, and now the lightest he's been since high school at about 230 pounds. He's on the URI staff now.
Yeah. If we have time, I'll tell you a quick Coach Sinagra story. One day, so Coach Sinagra is one of the greatest individuals as a coach and as a person. So I came into Anna Maria my senior year, and I put in because I always wanted to play football again, and I didn't get to play obviously throughout the first freshman and junior. Transferred to Anna Maria, and so Coach Sinagra starts telling these stories. You know, he's the first guy in. No one can get there earlier than he can. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna beat Coach into the locker room, right? Paul, no exaggeration. I get there probably 4:30, 4:20 in the morning. Sinagra is literally on the elliptical.
Oh, God.
Probably already had 4 cups of coffee. And absolutely a great person.
Wow.
And phenomenal coach because he really treated that program, whatever someone's opinion is of Anna Maria, but Sinagra really put his players first and really treated it like a D1 program. You were a student first and an athlete second, so I really appreciated that.
And Anna Maria is now actually good in football after sticking out loud for many years. We'll credit Vinny for turning that around.
Absolutely.
Let's get a quick summary of the game. Attleboro received the opening kickoff, a 4-yard pass to Adrian Rivera, followed by a shuttle pass, which Mike would have called a run, but a shuttle pass, a 56-yard touchdown for Brody McKenna, who today is starting at middle linebacker on defense and slot receiver on offense. PAT was no good, 6-0. Attleboro forced a Weymouth punt after a huge tackle by Ethan Lako. The Bombardiers were forced to punt after a big Weymouth sack by number 25, Mike Farrow. Weymouth fumbled on their first play, recovered by Brody McKenna. Attleboro went 3 and out. Weymouth went 3 and out, and then the fireworks began. Attleboro, a 2-play, 61-yard drive, a 27-yard bullet pass from Matt Harvey to Aiden Ramirez, followed by a 12-yard touchdown run by Adrian Rivera. Conversion again no good. 12-0 Bombardiers. Nice tackle by Farrow to stop the conversion attempt. Weymouth then had their best drive. They moved from their 40-yard line of Attleboro after a long kickoff return by Cam Fernandez. Got as far as the 19, and then Spencer Shirk on a pass rush, pass defense by Ramirez ended that drive on downs. The Bombardiers then, in just 5 plays, drove from their own 18-yard line all the way into the end zone. A 39-yard pass from Harvey to Rivera. That was a bullet. And then eventually a touchdown pass from Harvey to Cole McKenna from 21 yards out. Again, conversion was no good. 18-0 Bombardiers. Bombardiers forced a 3 and out A tackle for a 10-yard loss by Ethan Lako, an incompletion, and then a 9-yard sack by Ethan Lako, as the Wildcats have not been able to stop Ethan blitzing off the edge. The Bombardiers then drove, don't tell me, 41 yards in 6 plays. 9-yard pass to Cole McKenna, 7-yard Rivera run, 12-yard pass to Ramirez, and then a 13-yard touchdown pass for Jackson Huntington. So Matt Harvey now has 14 touchdown passes on the year. Any comments, stories, anecdotes, Paulo?
And just giving off the numbers that you...
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Mike says, great Vinny story, Paulo.
Oh, there's plenty more.
That's-
I might tell another one if we have time.
He is the real deal.
Yeah.
My fraternity brother, too, in Phi Mu Delta.
He's, one of the probably the best compliments I can give is Coach Sinagra is a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the greatest compliments. I think.
And an early riser.
Yeah, yeah. And I was always an early riser, but I was so surprised because I was like, if I get here 4:20, I might be the first one.
Yeah.
First player, but not the first individual in the locker room.
Wow.
But Coach Sinagra, there's a few more I could probably tell if we have time, but but yeah, I'll have to catch up with your brother. I've never met your brother before, so it'll be cool to exchange stories, see how Coach was in college.
You think it's tough to get a word in with me? Try talking to Mike. 25-0 at the half. We're going to get one more spot in and then be back for the second half right after this on AACS 15 Sports and 1320 WARA.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep?
Ow.
Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Paulo Seguero, who we didn't realize had such a connection with the man he's replacing, my big brother Mike.
Yeah.
He was coached by the man my brother Mike coached.
It's a small world.
And they were also fraternity brothers. I could tell you some stories about Phi Mu Delta fraternity back in the 60s that make Animal House look tame, but I'd get fired.
Oh, man.
25-0 at the half for the Bombardiers. They've been able to control the line of scrimmage, and frankly, I'm surprised they've been this dominant because Weymouth played number 1 seed Franklin in the first round of the playoffs last week, fought them tooth and nail. It was 33-6 Franklin, but that score does not indicate how hard fought that game was. Weymouth had not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 turnovers inside the Franklin red zone.
Yeah, and I think...
And Ian Bain told Coach Byrne and Coach Bruning after that game, you had me very worried that I was going to be in front of a very disappointed locker room tonight.
Yeah, and I think Attleboro came in here with something to prove, right? I think they're coming in here mentally, probably prepped all week, saying, "Hey, we're gonna put up a fight. We're gonna come out. We're gonna play football." And I think they've proved that. There's still a lot of football left to be played. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But I think what Attleboro's doing so far has been really, it's been working, right? I mean, coming out of the half and you're up 25. Like I said, there's more football to be played,
Yep.
but it's not a bad position to be in right now.
Feel a little more comfortable this week, Paulo?
A little bit. I mean, it's still I'm still learning a lot, but it's still. I enjoy hearing the commentating.
Yeah. Attleboro kicking off left to right. The sophomore McFarland again, a ground ball kick. Another nice open field tackle. Number 14 is that's Huntington. No, that's 44. I lied. That's number 44, Jared Santos, the sophomore with a special teams tackle. Returned by Dante Torglione from about his own 10-yard line to his own 25. Weymouth moving right to left in this half. Sneaky good return.
Yeah, and I feel like a broken record sometimes, but I always say the special teams.
The record stuck. The record stuck. The record stuck. You were saying?
Exactly. But it really is. Special teams mean so much in terms of field position to get you started on your drive. And we're at the 25.
Yep. Two backs astride this shotgun quarterback. I believe the left guard, Rydor, pulled that time as the left halfback went running to the right. On the carry, number 24, Michael Mastrocola moves from his own 25-yard line all the way to the 20, to the 33. So just 2nd and 2. That's 24 plus 8. 2nd down, 2 yards to go at their own 32-yard line. Oh, bad news. Attleboro volleyball team lost to number 2 seed Lincoln Sudbury 3-1 to end their playoff run. They had just knocked off Attleboro, the defending state champion Needham, on last Monday. Weymouth runs the right halfback towards the left, that time running behind Murphy, Rydor, and the center, Ciascio. Enough for a first down. Shirkin there in the tackle along with Lako Huntington and number 56, Isaiah Miranda. That's gang tackling, Paulo?
Exactly. I mean, even when people who have played football, I'm sure your brother probably have used the line too, you want to rally to the ball, get to the ball, pursuit. You want to make sure it's team tackling. That's really important because one missed tackle, it can give up 5, 10, 15, a touchdown.
Or in the case against KP, one missed tackle gave up 2 40-plus yard touchdowns, the only touchdowns that KP scored in their 14-7 win over Attleboro. Vinny was a defensive tackle who always played through the offensive tackle. Legit, all New York City Catholic League 2 in high school. This is so great to see Attleboro play so well. 2-yard gain for Weymouth. It'll be 2nd down, 8 yards to go. They're at their own 38-yard line now.
Now, coming off this series right now, it's really crucial for Weymouth to score. I mean, you want to score on your first drive coming out of the half. Put some points on the board, and then hopefully your defense can come up with a stop. At least that's what I think they would be thinking,
And again, Ramirez playing press coverage. The left cornerback, new to the starting offense.
And there it is.
Nathan Lally playing back. And once again, Ethan Lako comes off the edge. Once again, they cannot stop him. Another sack for Ethan Lako. Boy, you'd almost think it makes a difference having Ethan out there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, big defensive plays are going to play. I think by the end of the game, we'll probably say those big defensive games played such a huge role in this game.
And again, against Taunton, Ethan did not play in the first half. Came on in the third quarter along with Anthony Salviati. Attleboro took over the game, tied up the score, and then in almost consecutive plays, Salviati hurt his hip. Lako hurt his ankle. Taunton took momentum back and won that game against Attleboro. 3rd and 15. Nordstrom back to pass under a heavy rush. Open down the right sideline. Beautiful pass. Great catch by Cam Fernandez. Oh, no. Are they saying he was out of bounds? Oh, and he was out of bounds. Oh, a terrible break for Wildcat fans. And instead of first down at the Attleboro 40, they'll be punting from their own territory.
And to Paul's brother, Mike, just want to let you know, Paul still has hops. I saw him just jump up here. He still has it. So don't think Paul's out. Yeah, he's still got a couple reps left in him.
Weymouth punting right to left from their own 38. Off the side of the foot. Out of bounds, the Bombardiers will take over at their own 47-yard line, leading 25-0, 8:14 to go in the third quarter. We'll be right back.
Old Colony Habitat for Humanity is dedicated to providing affordable housing in partnership with families in Bristol and Norfolk counties with the common goal of strong neighborhoods and dignity through home ownership. Habitat reintroduces the most basic building block of any community, the homeowner. Currently, we have our Family Services application open until November 8th. Anyone who lives or works in the
That was quick. We're back. 1st and 10, Bombardiers, their own 48-yard line. Play action pass. Screen to Rivera in the middle. Goes right, pops out left, lowers his shoulders, initiates contact because he loves to play that way. That's going to be a 7 or 8 yard gain on the inside screen. Can you imagine if he was 187 instead of 147 pounds?
You know, we used to get into that debate all the time in college because we always said we don't know if a play would work as hard. But I think
Wow.
he has that work ethic, and I think it would be incredible to see. But and I think
He's at the 46, so the minus 48 to the plus 46. It's just a 6-yard gain. I exaggerated. And Rivera coming out, hope he's not holding that right shoulder.
No, I think he's just catching a breather. He's been running all day.
2nd and 4 Bombardiers after the 6-yard gain, and Rivera broke about 6 tackles. Ramirez is wide right. Twins each way, slots.
Weymouth still come out.
Play action pass. Nice pass block by Ethan Lako. Post pattern to Ramirez through his hands. And that was a case, I think, of Adrian being a little too confident, planning his touchdown dance, and the ball slipped through his hands. 3rd and 4.
You know, on defense, your coverage is so important, especially in the pass game.
Yep.
It's important for those corners and DBs to maintain their responsibilities. And I won't speak too much about it, but, a missed assignment can cost a big play. But,
I just wrote something in my game notes I have never written in 3 years of watching Mr. Ramirez play football. Number 5, drop. And then you mentioned me jumping up and down in the press box. Mike writes, as Pop would say, don't pull a hamstring. For Christ's sakes, sit down, shut up, and watch the game. Oh, that was a fake pass they give to Lako up the middle. The Wildcats were not fooled. No gain for Lako, maybe a gain of 1. That's number 20 in the tackle. That's Mike Stevenson, a linebacker. 52 was also there. Sean Hogan, I believe. 4th down and 3, so a gain of 1 for Ethan.
And I don't think Attleboro does anything different here. I think they're still going to air it out occasionally. Yep. They'll run it occasionally, but it's going to. And don't be surprised. They're not afraid to go deep on this secondary here. So
clock moving as we approach 6.5 minutes to go. The 3rd quarter. Bombardiers trips to the right. Harvey. Bubble screen to the right. Brody McKenna with a catch. Breaks a tackle. He's in the open. Being chased down. Dragged down inside the 5-yard line. Great hustle by Brandon Riley for the tackle. Great call by the Bombardiers on the bubble screen. And once again, Paulo, the offensive line of Rindo, Haste, Miranda, Fitzgerald, and Tatro giving Harvey the time to let that play develop.
Oh, yeah. I've always said I felt offensive line was almost always the underrated position, right? They never get the credit, whether it's a rushing touchdown or a touchdown pass. It really is. That's the great thing about football. It truly is a team sport. And we're seeing a great example of that being displayed here today.
41-yard pass. Give up the middle to Rivera. Running behind the left guard, Dan Haste, who was an outstanding player. Dan, number 50, he's a junior. For the last 2 years, he's been the best lineman on the JV squad. Wasn't quite sure if he was ready for Division I varsity. He's proved to me he is. And there's someone a little angry on the field. That's Brody McKenna. I don't know if he took his helmet off or his helmet was ripped off, but because his helmet is off, he's going to come off the field. And coming on is number 23, sophomore, Nick Castro. Brody doesn't look happy for someone who just had a 41-yard gain, Paulo.
It's it's competition, right? The tensions get high, emotions get high. All these guys are competitors out here, so it's bound to happen, I would say.
1st and goal, a 3-yard run brings Attleboro to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal. That was Rivera on the carry. Wing T formation. Counter. Confusion in the backfield. The left halfback goes right and is in the end zone. I wish I could tell you who the left halfback was. That was Rivera. And again, the old Delaware wing T play. Get the linebacker. What? Yeah. Number 7 with the carry. Kevin, that's going to leave a Mark Callahan filling in on public address tonight. Not the first time he's asked us, who the heck was that? Trying to make his second PAT is Nick Fernandez. Hawkwater is holding. The long snapper is, I believe, Nathan Lally. And it's good. Bombardiers 31, Wildcats nothing. 4:45 to go in the 3rd quarter.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports and 1320 WARA Radio. Here comes the kickoff left to right by Nick McFarland. Another squibber, bobbled, avoids the tackle, has a hole up the right sideline, and the second player in makes the stop for the Bombardiers. That's number 28 for Attleboro, Michael Huntington, the 5'11", 143-pound sophomore, who's gone from a JV player to he's gotten some first-team snaps tonight.
You know, one of the hardest things that on a football team right here is catching a bounced football. Yeah. You never know. Yeah. It's not like a baseball where you have a one-hopper. You never know how it's going to bounce, so it's one of the toughest things to do.
Weymouth at their own 34-yard line, trailing 32-0.
Right there. Oh.
Toss to the left. Again, Lako in the backfield. They have been unable to block Ethan all day, slamming the running back to the ground. That's number 33. Brandon Riley, one of their senior captains, starting strong safety on defense. That's a loss of 6. I got to look at my notes quickly. Ethan Lako has at least 2 sacks and at least 4 tackles for loss today.
Absolutely. And I think it's, on good news, it's great seeing a Hawkwater that was back out there, too.
Oh, Aiden's back out there. Number 9, he is at left cornerback. So, number 33 in at safety. Talking to Tommy Burns, told me that Hayden Desper had deserved the starting shot tonight at strong safety. He's a 6', 142-pound junior. Spencer Shirk blitzing. Nordstrom has time to pass. Receiver is out there. Great catch by number 1, Dante Torglione. I'm rooting for Attleboro, but I'm happy for Weymouth. They deserve some good things in this game. From their own 34-yard line to the Attleboro 40. So that's 16 plus 10, 26 yards on the pass. Whoops. So that's 2nd and 10, 12. To number 3. Whoops. Back to pass, Nordstrom again going deep to the right on a post corner. Pass interference on the Bombardiers, but only because the Attleboro defensive back was grabbing Dante Torglione's arm. It's the little things, Paulo.
Yeah, no. I think the wind was pushing that on there. It was the wind.
Okay, minus 34 to the plus 40, so that was a 24-yard gain on that first pass. And then on 1st and 10, pass interference, so that's a 15-yard penalty. So Attleboro leads 32-0. Weymouth has their second good drive going of this game. 3:12 to go in the third quarter. And again, that throw by Nordstrom, the last 2 into the wind.
I think Attleboro's only had, what, maybe 2 penalties this game?
You don't want me to answer that, Paulo. My brother Michael used to keep track of the penalties. I would ask him.
It's no lie when you said I had big shoes to fill. It's no lie. I'm still learning the stats behind it, but I'll get there.
1st and 10 for Weymouth at the Attleboro 30. Right slot comes in motion to the left. Nordstrom looks that way. Heavy rush. Nordstrom tries to escape up the middle, but Jackson Huntington brings him down. Another sack for the Bombardiers.
No, you've said it earlier, Paul. The O-line is what makes that difference. I mean, you had the one-on-one matchup here on the left side of the field, and he just can't get there. He can't plant his feet. He can't drop that foot and make that throw when the offensive line isn't or can't rather, or struggling to block. So
2-yard loss. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the 4th sack, but there have also been at least 4 tackles for loss in this game. 2nd and 12 for the Wildcats. Shotgun formation, blitzing up the middle. Fitzgerald comes in on block. Shirk chases it in the sideline. Long throw out of bounds. Defensive coverage by number 33, Desper, who did not grab anybody's arm that time. 3rd and 12.
And the tough part for Weymouth at this point, you have to throw.
Yeah.
You have to continuously throw the rest of the game right now.
2:22 to go. 2:22. That was my dorm room my junior year. That's where I was when I started dating Sally Jane.
Sally Jane.
Yeah. Of course I married her, folks. Come on. What kind of man do you think I am? 3rd and 12. Again, press coverage, but this time a new right corner. Oh, that's because Ramirez is on the left. They pass into the right flat. It is complete. Spencer Shirk with a tackle, a gain of just 1. It'll be 4th and 10 or 11. And on the completion reception, number 33, Brandon Riley. You know, a couple more scores we can tell for. Oh, my brother Mike wants the Jim Jones in the truck to know he thinks it's excellent camera work. And then Mike puts, I am so impressed by the season this Attleboro group has put together. I did not expect it. Congratulations to all involved. And I'll be honest with you, we looked at the schedule before the year, and we were deciding, do you think they'll win 1 or maybe 2 games?
Yeah.
This will be their 5th victory tonight with a chance for a 6th against North Attleboro on Thanksgiving. 4th and 11 for Weymouth. Back to pass Nordstrom. Oh, we used to call that a con pass. It's a wheel route out of the backfield into the end zone. Touchdown, Weymouth. No. Please put your hands up, official. Who's on the reception?
Number 6, Andrew Delgado.
I guess Andrew Delgado, said Kevin. I thought it was number 1 on the reception, Dante Torglione, but that was the old wheel route. The slot runs parallel to the line of scrimmage, plants his outside foot right up the sideline.
Yep. We always used to say the guy who runs parallel with the line of scrimmage.
Nearly blocked by Lako. The PAT is no good. That was a 32-yard touchdown pass from Nordstrom to either Torglione or Delgado. And again, we're rooting for Attleboro, but Weymouth, after the long bus ride, I'm happy to see the Wildcats get some positive offensive production on that drive, especially since their coaches played for Jim Kelleher.
Absolutely, and to your point, what I wanted to say was as a linebacker, right, when you have a receiver running, like, you know, that small route coming in parallel with that line of scrimmage, you never bite on that because there's something bigger always behind you. That's the route you want to cover as a linebacker. But so Weymouth's on the board. Like I said, there's still a lot of football left to be played. Weymouth's defense needs to have a couple big plays. Maybe they need a turnover or a stop at least to try and stay in this.
1:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. That drive covered 66 yards in 6 plays, a 24-yard completion to Cam Fernandez, a pass interference, a sack for a loss of 2 by Huntington, and then on a wheel route to the right slot back, a 32-yard touchdown pass. Here comes the kickoff right to left by Andrew Delgado. Onside kick attempt, scooped up by number 83, Trevor Hanrahan, a 6'2 sophomore. I think that's the first time we've called Trevor's name all year. I hope his parents are watching and saying, Trevor. They said Trevor's name.
And then on a kick return, the first line on that kick return, you never really want to try and run it. So what he did was he catches that ball, take it down, take a knee. You don't want it takes 1 split second to get a tough shot on. So the smart play is to just take that ball, take a knee, get the offense out there, and finish the length of the field.
Attleboro takes over their own 49-yard line, 1st and 10, 1:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. A bowl game a million years ago. Whoops. Attleboro in kind of a shotgun wing T formation. They give to fake to Rivera. Number 16 is in a quarterback for the Bombardiers. That's Sean Marr. He's got a touchdown rushing this year. They faked to Rivera going right. Marr ran left. And they might be giving Mr. Harvey the night off. Well, no gain on that. Apologies to Wildcat fans. Don't know who made the tackle, but I'm going to assume number 59, Dylan Adams, was in on another one, because I'm telling you, 59 in the white, 24 in the white. They came to play some football tonight.
Absolutely.
I should give the names. That's Dylan Adams and Michael Mastrocola. Their parents might be listening. Marr back in the backfield, and there's the sophomore running back, number 23, Nick Castro. And Nick is going to gain a yard or so, and Nick has improved this year, and I'll tell you why. We saw the same quickness that we saw earlier in the year. He lost a yard on that. But at the point of contact, Nick got his pads down.
Yeah, and that's
earlier in this year, Nick was running great shifty moves. A little bit upright on contact.
Yeah, we always want to run north to south. We don't want to go east to west. And that's really important, dropping that shoulder. The yards after contact is so important. So important in football.
That'll end the third quarter. Attleboro 32, Weymouth 6. We'll be right back.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Sound in the background is high school football in America. Cheerleaders leading the crowd. 3rd and 11 for the Bombardiers. Some JVs are in. Movement on the line. Number 69 is in on the offensive line. Oh no, that's David Raindo. He started. David Raindo took over that left tackle position after the injury to Cameron Gray, who did such a great job as a sophomore on the line. So flag against the Bombardiers. It'll now be 3rd down. 16 yards to go. They are at their own 43. Not sure if it's Marr or Mayer. Catches the one-handed snap from Miranda, throws over the middle. I think he was trying to get that pass to Malachi Jefferson. Almost completed it to the center, Isaiah Miranda. By the way, also in, is that Shaheen Calixte's in on the line of scrimmage on offense now?
I have to say, football being a team sport, the band's doing a great job, the cheerleaders are doing a great job, and really, it's everyone all together. It's really hearing that band play. Yeah. I mean, if that doesn't get you pumped up, nothing will.
Now, if the announcers could only do a good job, then we'd be getting somewhere. Oh, what a punt by Lako, right to left. Line drive, picked up on one hop by Riley. Tries to run to his right, breaks a tackle. Oh, a huge collision on the far sideline. Folks, the scoreboard says 32-6, but no players on either team aware of that. They're still hitting each other.
As John Madden would say, boom!
Yes, and I think that was 93. Dennis Million Alarcon for the Bombardiers. Alarcon, and another name I don't recall calling this year. So good to see Coach Winters getting some of the kids who've worked so hard in practice some varsity time on this field. Most of the starters still in on defense, although a new linebacker's out there. That's number 53, Jar Estrada, another sophomore. 1st and 10, Weymouth at their own 26, heading left to right. Had my head down. Nordstrom going up the right sideline. Oh, just misses connecting with Torglione. And nice pass coverage. And look at that, Torglione and Aiden Horkwater tapping each other's helmets. Aiden gets up limping. Cole McKenna, the safety, was there as well. Yeah, there it is. Time to get Aiden out of there.
And it's such a smart awareness from coaches to pick that up, right? Because we all know competitors Yeah, I'm fine, Coach. I'm fine.
Yeah.
But it's really that was great to see the coach recognize that and say, hey, let's go. Why don't you take a breather this one?
We'll give the Attleboro full coaching staff in just a minute. We've paid more attention to the visiting coaching staff just because my brother played against their coach's coach. Somebody's shoe comes flying out of the pile. Good hard running by Weymouth. Left halfback went right, gain of 5 or 6. People getting up in each other's faces, and Brody McKenna breaks it up. Number 24 on the carry. Sorry, Paulo. Nick Fernandez, yes?
I was just going to say, this is not my shoe. This is not my cleat.
Oh, that's Michael Mastrocolo on the carry. And again, we mentioned number 24 and number 59 in the white. They're still playing like they mean it. 7-yard gain for Mastrocolo. 3rd and 3. Oh, sorry, 6-yard gain. 3rd and 4. Nordstrom shotgun formation, back on either side. Twins left, throws a slant. Catch is made. Cole McKenna trying to bring down Andrew Delgado, who breaks through the tackle. First down, Weymouth.
What a great display of team tackling from Attleboro's side to rally around.
Yeah.
When I was playing, coaches always said if you wrap up and you can't bring them down, stay put, because there's another teammate coming around that'll give you a little extra boost.
So they move all the way from the, let's see, their own 32 to their own 45. That's a 13-yard pass play. And credit to Weymouth, because that could have been stopped for a 3-yard pass. Here comes Lako again, blitzing. No, that's Spencer Shirk. Explodes through the attempted block of the running back and rips Nordstrom to the ground. Spencer Shirk. Tell me again, Paulo, why is he one of the captains?
He makes the big plays when they need him, and he's been doing it all day. Is that a good enough reason?
Yes. So that was 1st and 10. And Spencer will be pleased, not so much his mom and dad. I haven't mentioned his big brother Trainer yet, who was a 2-year starter for the Bombardiers and as a freshman at UMass made the A side of the rugby team. 2nd down and about 17, 18 yards. Nordstrom back to pass. Taglioni's out there, and he just misses him. Great post pattern by Taglioni. He was open, but because of the pass rush of Huntington, Nordstrom had to release it early, overthrown.
It's literally split seconds make the difference in this game.
Yeah.
Literally a split second. You get 1 split second to plant your foot right, and that's we say we're going to take that to the house if he completes that.
Torglione was open. Tyler Nordstrom, a junior, he's going to be back next year. He's going to be a quality quarterback. Again, this Weymouth team, they played Milton very tough, and Milton might win the Division III state championship. They played Division I Franklin tough as nails. And just turnovers hurt them there, and then Franklin's size wore them down as well. 3rd and 18, Nordstrom back to pass, throws, pass is caught by Torglione. Tackle will be made by Cole McKenna. It's going to be 4th and 10, so an 8-yard gain. And there's a late flag, getting a little chippy here, which I think is frustration because early on we saw such hard hitting and such sportsmanship.
Oh, absolutely.
Personal foul against Attleboro. So instead of a turnover, instead of a 4th and 10, it's going to be 1st and 10 Weymouth after the 15-yard penalty with 8:43 to go. And again, we're not in running time. It's 32-6. One more Attleboro score would give us running time. But the personal foul penalty on Attleboro after the 8-yard completion. 1st and 10 Weymouth at the Bombardier 41.
And Weymouth most likely, I would say, is going to just air it out for at least most of this drive.
76 is in for the Bombardiers. Henderson Acevedo on the defensive line. Shirk blitzes from the outside. Nice block by the running back. Down the right side, Ramirez. Aiden Ramirez. It looked like Torglione was open, and Ramirez leaped and knocked that ball away. Why did Jim Winters say he's as good as any high school cornerback he's ever coached?
It's executing your assignment, right? It's doing just that, knowing your role, focusing on your position, what your assignment is, and just making sure you just execute that to the best of your ability, as we've been seeing all game.
And such perfect fundamentals, no question that was not pass interference. That was great defense. And Ramirez has been playing press coverage just about all day.
Oh, yeah.
The other corner sometimes playing farther back, more traditional style. Ramirez is right in your face. Oh,
Absolutely.
You think he can run by me,
Yeah,
do you?
yeah. And if you're – some players like that. They like – right again, same thing, press coverage.
Yep.
And they like to be that right in the middle.
Throw over the middle. The left slot ran a skinny post. Nordstrom completes that to Cam Fernandez. Another Weymouth first down. Have we mentioned that Weymouth has not even come close to quitting? So that was 12-3. From the 41 to the 24. So 41, 31, what, 17? Plus 17 yards. Now we're going to flip the page.
16, right?
16, okay, thank you. 1st and 10. Oh, Nordstrom gets crushed as he throws the ball. Oh, boy, and now it's really getting ugly. It was a nice pass rush by Rondo and number 93 for the Bombardiers. That's Dennis Million Alicorn, a junior, and that might be his last play. This is a football game, not a street fight. He was the instigator there. His coaches know it, and I think his night's over.
This game's about discipline. It's about staying focused, keeping that sportsmanship, and
second personal foul against Attleboro. So the good news is some young players are getting exposure. Bad news is got to keep your head, young men. 7:30 to go. Clock is now moving. And that ball, that flag, second personal foul flag, moves it to the 12-yard line. Tommy Burns talking to the white hat, and they're both sharing a laugh. That means Tommy knows that the referee's got that call right. 1st and 10, Weymouth at the 12 of Attleboro. Timeout, Attleboro. They want to settle their team down. We'll be right back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
As a trained professional, I know what that dead air means. Hi, we're back. 1st and 10, Weymouth. They're at the 12-yard line of Attleboro. Attleboro took a timeout to try to settle their club down. This game has been too hard fought and played too clean to get this sloppy late. Nordstrom throws to the corner. Coming in to break it up, number 13, Nathan Lally, a junior, new to the starting lineup recently. Got some backup snaps earlier in the season. Also the long snapper. Again, Tommy Burns is the defensive coordinator. We got to mention all the Attleboro coaches in a second. Excellent fundamentals.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, focusing on those key elements, that the fundamental football. If you can at least get that down pat, and if you just get outplayed, you get outplayed.
Yeah.
As long as you have your fundamentals down, and these kids are learning something about football, that's, in my opinion, that's what really matters.
Jim Winters, in his first year as the head coach, came over from Silver Lake and has surprised, I'm going to say, just about everyone, with a possible exception of Mrs. Winters. Attleboro on the way to their 5th win, and I never told Jim this because I'm too polite. I didn't think they'd win 2 games this year, Paulo.
Yeah, it's tough.
Only one returning starter on either line of scrimmage. What he's done with his team is really, really impressive. Pass to the left as I didn't let Paulo finish his sentence. Catch is made by Cam Fernandez. He's going to be close to first down yardage. You did have a point to make, though.
No, I was just going to say it's tough with returners coming back, but it's also tough as a new head coach, right? You're trying to learn your players. You're trying to teach them that offense. You're trying to put your philosophy into that program. So it can be tough your first year. Realistically, there's no really high expectations for a first-year coach, but I think he's done a great job this year.
Yes, he has. That was an 8-yard gain on the pass from Nordstrom to Cam Fernandez. It is 3rd and 2 at the Attleboro 4. Nordstrom on a quick slant, and that was a fastball, folks. On the pass defense, is that number 23, Nick Castro? Tatro on the pass rush. Again, Weymouth's offensive line, Murphy, Rydor, Ciascio, Adams, and Ahern. Trying to get some of the fresh jerseys in there. Is that number? Okay, so who's wearing 52 now for the Bombardiers? Rats. Have to get my old program to see who that is. It's going to be 4th down, a long 2, short 3. No, because Huntington was 14, changed to 52. So the old program has who the old 52 was. That's a shame. When a kid gets on the field for varsity minutes, you want to know his name. Darn. Trips to the right, the wide side of the field for the Wildcats. 6:09 to go, 32-6 Bombardiers. Haven't given the score enough for radio listeners. Nordstrom throws over the middle for the slot. It is high and incomplete. A turnover on downs. Yes, the throw was high. Paulo, you care to explain why the throw was high again?
Offensive line.
Well, the pass rush by Huntington.
Great defense, and we're talking about that off the line of scrimmage. We've always talked about last week about this too. I mean, that's truly where games are won and lost.
Which is why I don't play fantasy football.
Because
there are no stats for the offensive linemen, and they're the 5 most important players out there for crying out loud. Bombardiers take over deep in their own territory. Oodles of New Jerseys. Oodles is a very tough football word, Paulo.
How many is an oodle?
That's the beauty of the oodle.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Yes, exactly. 1st and 10 Bombardiers on their own 4. And I'm going to guess, whoops, Castro tries to go inside, pops outside to the left. Again, he's learned getting low on contact, but he was popped by Aiden Henderson. Good positive yardage. You know, I don't think you've ever heard a football broadcaster say the words, "That's the beauty of the oodle." That's a 4-yard gain for Nick Castro to be 2nd and 6. 32-6 Attleboro as we approach 5:35 to go.
I would think the game plan changes a little bit differently here for Attleboro. I suspect more running, unless they need that first down to continue to make it downfield, but usually they'll probably run out the clock.
Matter of fact, if you go to the Al Michaels School of Broadcasting, one of the things they tell you is, don't say oodles. Back to, driven into the end zone. That's not going to be a safety because forward progress was made. That's number 24 on the carry. Austin Bissett. Austin Bissett's thinking, how come you couldn't have called that play for Castro? And that's a loss of 5, so it's going to be 3rd and 11 from their own 3. Yep.
No hard feelings to Al Michaels, but I'll take the Paul Healy School of Broadcasting. I'm just saying. I think we have more fun here, and I think I'll use Oodle from here on out. So I got you, Paul. Don't worry about it.
With Coach Vinny?
Let's Coach. I don't know.
All right, 3rd and 11 Bombardiers, close to their own goal line. I think it's their own 3. Mayer is the quarterback, 2 running backs on either side, 2 wideouts. Crossbuck in the backfield. And that's a loss back to the 1-yard line. Okay, we've determined this. Weymouth's starting defensive line is better than Attleboro's backup offensive line, which you would expect.
It's interesting, too, like Attleboro being this far. This is the first time they've been this far back all game in their own end zone.
And they're at their own 2-yard line, 4th and 13. So not much distance for Laco as he's going to punt. Clock is moving, 3:45 to go. Laco gets it off. Quick kick. Catch it. Oh, trying to run up and catch it was number 33, Riley. Did he touch that ball? No, he did not touch that ball. Aiden Pantages trying to convince the official he touched it, but nope. So Aiden, nice hustle to down that Weymouth ball at their own 50-yard line.
And it's still a smart play. You always want to pick up the ball because you never know, right? Let the ref tell you that, right?
You missed my School of Broadcasting mistake. It's nobody's own 50-yard line. It's the 50-yard line. On my daily talk show, Pontificating with Paul and the Proletariat, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. till noon. A talk show and a parody of saying, when it's good, it's very, very good. When it's bad, it's utter drivel. But at least it's never average. We have a bell that we ring every time I make a mistake. You've seen the bell. I used to donate $1 to charity every time I made a mistake. Laco comes in, passes intercepted. Number 61 on the interception. Who is Cameron Marsh, the 6'1 junior? And Cameron better thank Ethan Laco as he almost broke Nordstrom's ribs, which led to that interception. Wow.
Attleboro has not took their foot off the pedal, and it shows. Whether it's the JV, whether it's the varsity team, everyone came out to play, and it's great to see a big defensive play. That's what I like to see, Paul.
And was that Laco or Shirk on the rush? 2 or 22. They've both been coming off that edge all day. Interception for number 61. How great is that?
And don't be surprised they try and get a score out of here with 3.5.
Bissett tries to run to the right, tries to get to the edge, cannot because of number 52 in the white. Sean Hogan, also number 24, Michael Mastrocola was there. Did we mention that Michael came to play today? But just to finish the point, I have a bell on my show, Pontificating with Paul and the Proletariat. Did I mention it's on weekdays, 9 till noon?
Monday to Friday?
Yeah. So whenever I make a mistake, I ring a bell. I used to donate $1 to charity every time I rang the bell. Went broke after about 19 months. Still use the bell, but there's a limit to my generosity.
Charities over there. Paul, what happened? You're one of our biggest donors.
We gave to New Hope, which is working to stop domestic violence and sexual violence. We gave to the Hebron Food Pantry.
I'm on the board of directors there.
Really?
At New Hope, yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
I just gave Paulo a man hug. Good for you. That's a great organization. Did that in honor of my mother. She used to donate to Abby's house in Worcester, which did the same thing. What a tackle. Okay, did we mention number 59 came to play? Dylan Adams. That's another 3-yard loss. 32-6 Attleboro. We're approaching 2 minutes to go. Attleboro's girls volleyball team dropped the number 7 seed in Division I, dropped a quarterfinal game to number 2 seed Lincoln Sudbury, 3-1 tonight. That was at 4:30 up at Lincoln Sudbury. That last carry was by, rats. Was that 47 for the Bombardiers? Franz Estimi. Might have been 43, Jacob Riley. Clock still moving. Riley, Mar fakes to Riley, and right about now is thinking, why didn't I give the ball to Riley? As he was crushed by number 77, tackle and nose guard, Tyler Ahern. And Attleboro will punt it away. That was a quick 3 and out. It is going to be 4th and 24.
I'll tell you, Weymouth has not given up throughout. So I'll give him that. I mean, even offensively, defensively, they're still playing. They're still, and that's admirable on a football team to play literally until the last second. So.
And they're going to play Walpole on Thanksgiving Day. Laco punts it off. My big brother Michael wrote a couple of minutes ago. A good timeout due to uncharacteristic poor sportsmanship. That was earlier. Good timeout by the Attleboro coaches. Whoops, dinner time. You guys sounded great. Well done, AACS.
I'm a little disappointed Michael didn't tell us what was for dinner. Just saying.
And the clock is going to run out. Actually, 42 seconds to go. David Nunes is getting a big applause. So there's a pass rush. Nordstrom down the right sideline, complete. I believe that's number 2, Aiden Henderson. And I'd already closed my notebook. So Weymouth Rats about their own 40 to the Attleboro 25. Whoops. Oh, and again a pass broken up by number 33 for the Bombardiers defensively, Hayden Desper. So that was 12-2. Caught for a touchdown. My apologies. Touchdown pass to number 2, Aiden Henderson. So how about that? 60 yards and 2 passes from Tyler Nordstrom to Aiden Henderson. And speaking as an Attleboro fan, good for the Wildcats. Hope that makes the bus ride home a little more comfortable. You can talk now, Paulo.
But, Coach, we put 12 points on the board.
Yeah. So 12-2 and 12 to number 2. Touchdown. Got sloppy with my notes at the end. They'll go for 2. Nordstrom back to pass. In, out, overthrown. Nice coverage by Hesper. 23 seconds to go. 32-12 Bombardiers.
It's so tough trying to make a pass play as this conversion, just because you don't have much room, and if you're on the opposite side hash, by the time that ball travels, the route's already run.
And in the final Jeopardy tournament, the lovely Carol McLaughlin of the Quincy McLaughlins writes in, my favorite player, Sam, is ahead of Matt Amodio going into Final Jeopardy. It's Thursday, though. Remember, it's a 2-day total, Thursday and Friday, to determine the winner. Paulo, last Friday, our first night working together, learning each other's style.
Sure.
Had a lot of fun tonight.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun, too. It's great. It's a great experience, and it's nice that we have an Attleboro game that we got to share the booth with. And I just want to say thank you again to you, Paul. It's a learning experience, and you're watching you do the play-by-play, and we get to just watch football and talk football. I mean, it's great.
Weymouth will kick off left to right, 32-12, 23 seconds to go. Attleboro with their hands team out there. I'm going to predict Malachi Jefferson, number 15, is going to recover this. Don't hold me to that, Paulo. I'm not betting my paycheck. Onside kick. Hasn't gone 10 yards yet. Now it does. I think Huntington should have grabbed that. The receiving team, you can grab it any time you want. The offensive team can't touch it till it travels 10 yards.
There's a flag.
Illegal procedure. Did Weymouth recover that? Whoops. Onside kick attempt. Good to hear that Kevin Callahan on PA is confused as we are. Bombardier ball, 1st and 10, their own 49-yard line. Now I'm putting my notes away. For Attleboro, a 56-yard touchdown on a shuttle pass on their second play of the game. Harvey to Brody McKenna, who was outstanding as a middle linebacker on defense, slot back on offense. Bombardier's second touchdown, 12-yard run from Ramirez from Rivera after a 27-yard pass to Ramirez.
He'll take a knee.
Harvey back in to take the knee. It looked like he almost hurt himself taking the knee. Tremendous defensive job by McKenna, Ethan Lako, Spencer Shirk, and so many more, but those three deserve special mention. 21-yard touchdown pass to Cole McKenna. 13-yard touchdown pass to Jackson Huntington. 1-yard touchdown run by Rivera. 32-yard touchdown pass for Weymouth to either Torglione or to Delgado, we're not sure. And then a touchdown pass to Aiden Henderson. Bombardiers win 32-12. They'll next play Thanksgiving morning at Community Field in North Attleboro. Paulo, you get the final word.
You already mentioned what I was going to talk about. Great defensive game. I love defense also.
Yep.
Attleboro showing their offensive, not afraid to air the ball out this game. It was really enjoyable to watch Ethan Lako play.
Yeah.
I really like seeing linebackers, come off that edge, make a play, and he did it along with his other teammates all game long. And to Weymouth, still playing all the way up until the last second. So give Weymouth that too.
Yeah, I hope Coach T.J. Byrne, offensive coordinator Jason Brown, defense coordinator Mike Bruning, and all the parents and fans for Weymouth are happy, not the result, but with the effort of the Weymouth players. And I should mention all the Attleboro coaches. Jim Winters runs the offense. Tommy Burns is the defensive coordinator. Chris Rushelo, defensive backs. There's Justin Boyd, A.J. Hoos, Mike Whitfield, John Ribeiro, Daniel Starkey, Alan Foster, and Gene Fitzgerald. I'm Paul Healy. He's Paulo Seguero. Peter Bray, Dave Angel, Austin Ricketts, part of the crew, and the engineer in charge is Jim Jones. Thank you so much for joining us on AACS 15 Sports. We'll see you again Thanksgiving morning.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the